Hello, beautiful creatures. I am Witch Belle, and we are back to Witches and Warlocks. I had a little technical difficulty. I didn't actually save, so... yeah... I kind of just closed my laptop, and walked away from it for a couple days, and then brought it back up, and I started to stream. About 4 minutes into it, my Streamlabs recording system just crashed. And then, as soon as I get it back up, the game crashed. So I had to play through everything we'd already gone through to get back to where we were. Which, I hope this is... I remember it was October day 26. I can't remember if it was early dawn or later in the day, since there are 3 times a days. You have the early dawn, the right before dusk, and then the witching hour. So, hopefully I'm in the right spot. Because everything is randomly generated with the potions, I did end up getting scent track this last time, and from Lawrence the werewolf, because last time we didn't have a yellow potion, and one of the random extra potions it gave me was a yellow one, and so for that cutscene I did have the yellow potion to learn scent track, and it came in handy later, which of course she made the joke that he smelled very nice. Smelled like wildflowers, but also kind of smelled like death and mud. So that was interesting, and he thought it was kind of cute too. Later, in the next scene, when you're at work, and we went through where our roommate lost his ear, and so we were trying to find an ear, but there wasn't one in stock, but there technically was one in the refrigerator, so he wasn't able to get an ear at all. This time, we were able to use our scent track, and was able to track down where he lost his ear. So, our roommate has his ear back. And then, of course, the next cutscene was our roommate teaching us how to sew, and then the hand attacks us. So I remember getting to that in the last video. So we're at least to this spot, if not later in the day of the 26th. So let's get into it. Hopefully we can get through the rest of the game in this stream, considering it is day 26 of 31 days in October. In the game, that it might not happen, but we're gonna go for it. So, early dawn, let's go ahead and go to our part-time job. Today I went to work. Nothing special happened, and I earned a good amount of pocket money. When you help your roommate find his ear, I got an extra 5 coins. That was my tip for the day. Okay, Crimson Dusk. That's the one in between dawn and the witching hour. So, let's see. Let's go ahead and make some more potions. Choose 3 potions you'd like to create in your assistant. Name will give you 2 additional potions. Well, hold on. Let's see. Got philosophies, got crawl like we had before. Let's see. I was able to look at that before the game crashed, so lucky. Let's see. I don't know anything about what's going to be useful in the actual final exam, so I'm trying to cover all the bases, like being able to crawl on every surface, being able to talk to the dead. Maybe I should try one of these. Moving object without touching that. That sounds good. And then maybe fireball. and chill. Those three, I think, will be really, really good. Let's see, night creatures would be a good one too. Let's try doing the night creatures and the telekinesis first. Gentle Giant sounds really good too. They're all really nice, to be honest. And any one of them would be glorious to have in the real world. But, let's see. Night creatures takes purple. And then that takes blue. So we used crawl last time. Let's learn telekinesis, but I'm going to go ahead and get the potions ready for the purple one, with the purple spell. Purple potion. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so we're going to use... Keep gray. Give you 2 additional potions. Let's go ahead and get all purple. There we go, and we ended up with 5 purple. Mr. West told me to go to the storage room and get a rather specific item for a customer. He gave me very clear instructions about how to navigate the expansive catacomb-like area. But how was I supposed to remember all that? When I found the item I was supposed to get, I caught a glimpse of a pretty dagger just a few shelves over and quickly went to inspect it. And as expected, I found myself utterly lost afterwards. After stumbling through the storage room for what felt like forever, I finally made it back outside. Only to find Mr. West glaring at me from the top of the stairs. Apparently he was about to go searching for me because a customer had left, deciding the item wasn't worth the wait anymore. Yeah, I feel the pain because I'm bad with directions. Since I lost him quite a bit of money, Mr. West decided to take it out of my pay. Oh no! He took 5 coins. Well, darn. Okay, let's learn a spell. Let's learn telekinesis. That way we can have our poltergeist friend teach us something. Okay, telekinesis, please. Clean, clean, clean the house. Purple nightshade, the neat, the tidy.
I'm sorry.
I have to apologize, Purple.
I always thought.
You are a thoughtless, bumbling, devil-may-care, air-headed slob. Yeah, I feel that pain.
0.
1 adjective at a time, please.
But
It seems like maybe deep down you're actually a responsible person. Yes! Praise me some more.
maybe.
Very, very deep down. Carefully, I climbed the ladder, a pail of cleaning equipment in my hand.
How?
How was Damien injured so badly? They said that they were trying to clean the top shelf of this cupboard, but while on the ladder, one of their joints gave out suddenly.
Ouch.
Yeah. I sigh. It's rare for that to happen to Damien. They're not even a klutz, so I'm pretty worried.
Oh, now?
Purple.
Don't worry.
I'm sure Damien will come home in tip-top shape after their surgery at the human shop.
Right.
So am I.
And then...
And I want to give Damien a big surprise when they get back and find this place all spick and span. Not even a single crumb of newt to be found.
Are you sure?
I think that's very kind of you. Only, are you sure you'll be fine? What do you mean?
May I remind you?
You're barely keeping your balance on top of that rickety ladder while holding a mop in one hand and a pail of soapy water in another.
Well,
A series of tasks that would challenge even a trained acrobat.
Right.
I am? I am!
Amazing!
Amazingly talented, aren't I?
don't.
Accidentally trip and fall too, Purple. You're such a worrywart, Zero. I tiptoed on the uppermost rung, straining to reach the corner of the cupboard shelf with my mop.
The incomparable, the one and only.
No accident could possibly happen to Purple Nightshade. Cockroach! Cockroach!
Careful!
I flinch away from the creepy crawly and simultaneously lose my balance. Of course, because I would too. For one dizzying moment, I am in free fall. An unseen force catches me midair.
Huh?
I'm floating? Buoyed up in midair by an invisible wave, as are my mop and pail on either side of me. Slowly the force ebbs away, settling me and my mop and pail gently on the floor. My brain rattles inside my skull as I recover from the fall.
Well...
What happened?
Thank goodness.
I caught you in time. You scared me to death. But Zero, you're a poltergeist. Unless you want to turn into one, don't ever do something so...
Wait.
That's it. I'm an idiot. I should have taught you telekinesis. What?
That's right.
It's a poltergeist spell that allows you to move physical objects about, like slamming doors in empty rooms, breaking plates, plunging cosmetic boxes into ponds. Really? You did that, Zero? Or catching witches falling from ladders?
Precisely.
Or controlling a mop and pail into cleaning the cupboard without needing to hold them yourself.
Can you teach me?
Oh, that sounds useful.
Pay attention.
Alright, prepare yourself, Purple. I'm going to teach you how to cast telekinesis. New spell acquired!
Telekinesis!
Inch by inch, the mop and the pail rise up from the ground like zombies from the grave. Dip the mop into the pail. Take the mop out.
Well done.
Not bad.
Dum-dee-dum.
Wipe, wipe, wipe the mop on the shelf, shelf, shelf.
But
But with a spell such as telekinesis, concentration is absolutely key. How strange. There is a round button-like thing. The instant you lose it,
Huh?
it's moving. It's moving.
uh,
The spell breaks. Cockroach! Oh! It flies! Zero, it's flying! The mop and pail drop as a small brown creature whirs through the room before propelling up and out of the open window.
telekinesis.
Zero catches the mop right before it lands on my head, and a look of relief crosses his face briefly.
Huh.
Telekinesis isn't the easiest spell to cast, especially when you're casting it for the first time. And being frightened by flying cockroaches.
Well,
That too. When you've quite recovered, shall we try again? After an hour under Zero's tutelage, I used telekinesis to clean, not just the cupboard, but every nook and cranny of the kitchen. Perfect.
Yes!
There, when Damien returns, Purple, I'm home.
Yeah!
They're back. Can I say, I'd like to see the look of surprise on their face too. Can I stay? I thought it was can I say, but I said it wrong.
Of course!
Of course! Thank you for all your help, Zero.
Apologies.
I'm sorry, I caused a mess in the kitchen earlier due to my accident. I'm going to clean it up right away, don't worry.
Oh,
Purple? And Zero? What are you... And why is the kitchen... Oh,
Zero!
I want to see pretty shiny kitchen. I figured it out!
How?
How to pass your Halloween exams?
No.
No, how to hug you! Oh god. I said it before I actually read it and thought about it. This is gonna be interesting. To hug me?
Yes.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
Sorry. I don't follow.
Well,
I can't hug you, and whenever I try to, I end up messing up your essence, right?
That's right.
Right, Purple. Very annoying, too.
hmm.
Because I'm made of flesh and blood, while you're a spirit of ether and magic.
Mm-hmm.
Taking you that long to figure out, has it? Almost 180 years? But, listen to this.
Well,
I'm all ears, for better or for worse. What if I turn into a spirit of ether and magic too? Oh no, Purple, no.
good heavens.
It's Purple. The Halloween exams are difficult, but they're not lethal. You won't be facing any obstacles that could actually kill you, you know.
No.
I don't mean that.
I see.
Then you've lost me.
Can you teach me?
I mean, teach me a spell I can cast to transform the best matchmaker in Dimmermere High, me, into a poltergeist like you.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually not a terrible idea, come to think of it. It's a bad idea. It's a bad idea.
All right.
My nose. It could be pretty useful to you for the exams.
Yes.
Then there is a spell that will let me transform into a spooky spirit version of myself. My choice of words make him roll his eyes before continuing with his explanation. Almost. Insubstantiate will make your form ghost-like. You'll be able to walk through walls, turn invisible, and hover in midair, just like any poltergeist.
All right.
That sounds super cool! Teach me the spell, Zero!
Pay attention.
Oh, good, we had the potion for it. Alright, prepare yourself, Purple. I'm going to teach you how to cast Insubstantiate. That's a pretty difficult word when you're not used to larger words, I guess. New spell acquired!
Insubstantiate.
Well, at least I said it right. Insubstantiate. I feel myself growing lighter, fainter, ghostlier? I can't find my balance.
Careful!
Yes, Zero. Zero makes as if to lunge for me, but checks himself at the last moment.
So,
It's easy to lose your balance in ghost form because you no longer have a center of gravity. In fact, gravity doesn't even apply to you anymore. Hover. Purple, hover.
mm-hmm.
This takes a little getting used to, but you'll get the hang of it, as did I.
Zero.
Hovering. Zero, look! I'm hovering!
Huh?
Huh? You're a surprisingly quick learner. What do you mean, surprisingly?
Well.
Wait a second. I'm a poltergeist now, aren't I?
Yes.
For the moment, Substantiate gives you a spirit's basic form. For a spick span
Right.
of... That means I can hug you at last!
Unfortunately.
Without waiting for Zero to finish, I throw my arms around him gleefully. Whoa.
You can't.
Aw,
No way.
what happened? It felt all cold and dizzy.
Now you know.
Now you know how I feel when you try to hug me.
Why?
Because
Poltergeists are as incapable of touching each other as living beings are incapable of touching us.
that means
Touch requires physical contact, and we poltergeists have nothing physical to offer. I see.
home now.
Don't look so crestfallen. Here, come with me. Zero starts drifting upward. His head touches the roof, then disappears right through.
Zero.
Come with me.
Aw. Drawing in a deep breath, I concentrate on floating upward.
Wow.
I'm floating!
Mm-hmm.
Steady. Purple. Almost. It's easier to pass through barriers for the first time if you close your eyes. Passing through the roof felt weird, like something went into and out of me that was there and not there at the same time. When I opened my eyes again, the starry night spreads endlessly above, illuminated by a brilliant crescent moon.
Amazing.
In the past,
I love to sit on rooftops and watch the night go by, a long, long time ago. Now I can get on rooftops much more easily, but floating is not sitting. And sometimes I...
Zero.
Do you miss...
What?
what?
Well.
You know, having a physical body? Zero tenses up and turns to me scornfully.
Huh?
Do I miss stubbing my toe? Do I miss tripping over branches and falling flat on my face? Do I miss having to climb flight after flight of stairs to get to the roof, only to find the door locked and the key hidden away? Huh? Do you, Zero?
Mind your own business.
I thought we were making progress there. Okay. Day 27. Early dawn, let's do the job. Today I went to work. Nothing special happened, and I earned a good amount of pocket money. Lawrence drops the crate with a heavy thud, then wipes his hands against each other, feeling accomplished yet unaware of my presence. Hee.
I think.
That's all the deliveries for today. Maybe now I can finally nap. Lori! Irk. Lawrence turns stiffly to face me, his ears flattened against his hair. Oh, that's so cute! His little tail is kind of dangling, like, oh no.
Again.
Which, I told you 1,000 times, my name is...
I remember.
I know, Lawrence, right? I watch as his ears perk back up again. They look so soft, so fuzzy, so... Ooh. No, I agree, they're cute. But how do you expect me to call you by your name if you don't use mine? I guess you have a point. His ears twitch a little and droop as he looks away. Is that a pout hiding behind his mask?
Right.
That's it! I can't hold myself back any longer. I am so sorry. Oh no, did she hug him? Lawrence makes a noise somewhere between a whimper and a whine as I grab him in a headlock and ruffle his ears to my heart's content. Oh, no, that's more adorable. I discover that if you scratch behind them, his foot starts tapping, but he grabs me by the shoulders and pulls me away before I can learn much more than that.
What are you doing?
You enjoyed it.
I'm sorry.
Your ears are just so unbelievably cute. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist.
You have to!
You can't just go around touching people like that. At least ask first.
Oh, you mean...
So you would have said yes if I...
No!
Didn't think so.
Hmm.
My ears aren't a toy for foolish people to play with. My hearing is a lot more sensitive than yours. Every tap is an echo that reverberates in my head.
Oh!
I can't even imagine what that must be like. If I teach you, will you leave them be? Teach me, teach me! I feel like she's having like an Edward moment every time she gets really excited. For any of you that's seen Cowboy Bebop, you will know what I mean.
Wow!
Oh gosh, you're going to show me how to have super cute puppy ears? Oh god.
No.
No, Pumpkinhead. I'll teach you what big ears, a spell to improve your hearing.
Duh. Well...
I suppose that could be useful too.
Right.
They're better to hear you with, my dear. Am I right? I wink playfully at him, and he thumps his palm against his forehead. Yeah, but he was kind of asking for that one. That one wasn't obvious. Oh, we have the potion. Anyways, pay attention. This is how you cast What Big Ears. I want to keep at least one potion of everything on us when we do these cutscenes. So we can get all of these. Because now we've had all of them so far. Even Centric, which I got, Centrack, which I got when I had to start over. New spell acquired!
What big ears!
I didn't think it was possible to improve your hearing through a few easy steps. But with a few simple gestures and the magic words, everything is a lot more in focus. Oh no, what is this word? Otolaryngologists would hate us. I'm supposing that means hearing specialists.
That should do it.
Tell me what you hear. I hear the beetles crawling around in the grass, the crows flapping their wings above us.
Good.
Anything else?
Well...
There are glasses clinking near the cafe down the hill from here. And...
How?
What? Something is growling really close by. It isn't you, is it?
No.
No, but I don't hear a thing. Lawrence watches the area around us carefully, alert and ready for action. He seems to be taking this seriously. I hear the growl again, and without a doubt, it's definitely coming from Lawrence.
Well...
Are you sure it isn't you?
Of course not.
Go back home. The lesson is over. But, Lawrence...
Watch yourself.
It might be unsafe. A witch that can't use many spells won't be able to defend themselves. He folds his arms and nods affirmatively at his own deductions.
I'll do it.
I'll look into the weird noise by myself. All right. Lawrence turns to leave. I hear the growling again as he dashes off into the woods. That's when I suddenly realize that was his stomach, wasn't it? Hey Lawrence, wait! It's okay! Maybe I'll bring along a box of treats, or a dog bone next time. That's cute. That was really sweet of him. Okay, Crimson Dusk. What? We don't have any blue. We need blue. Okay, Carmilla, we need blue potions. We'll go ahead and get 3. Thanks for your purchase. Okay, leave. Let's see. Then we need some red potions. So let's go ahead and, since it's Crimson Dusk, we'll go ahead and make some red potions. Okay, we'll use Lawrence to make 3 times as many red. And then we'll have blue and yellow. So we'll make those. As I was stocking shelves, I heard some students snickering and whispering to each other. Somehow, I got the feeling they were up to no good, but couldn't quite make out what they were saying. After improving my hearing, I realized they were planning to drop a darkness bomb so they could rob us blind. Literally. I had them leave before they could do any harm. When I told Mr. West about the almost incident, he rewarded me for my trouble. Plus 15 coins! That's 3 more potions! Fantastic. Yes, definitely want to get every single one of these extra spells that they're teaching us. You know, Zero.
Yes.
Well,
I've been thinking. I know very little about you, don't I?
That's right.
You know very little about everything, Purple. That is why you are in such imminent danger of flunking your exams and getting expelled from Dimmermere High.
Speaking of
High.
which,
How far did you progress with tonight's study plans? You've been by my side the whole time. You probably know the answer to that question better than I do.
oh yeah.
Do I? In which case, I must warn you that unless you start studying seriously and stop wasting time asking inane questions,
right.
that's just it. I fold my arms across my chest in the most exasperated expression I can muster. Zero isn't escaping this time.
Huh?
Like,
Whenever I bring up the topic of your past, you try to deflect it and change the subject.
Do I?
yes.
You do. Zero, you're my oldest friend, and I want to know more about you. But if you don't wish to tell me anything, all you have to do is say so, and I'll stop because I respect your privacy.
Mm-hmm.
It isn't a matter of privacy. He lets out a defeated sigh.
Actually,
The reason I don't like to talk about my past is hardly that glamorous. I simply haven't much of a past to talk about. But you've been a poltergeist for quite a long time, haven't you?
yes.
For much, much too long.
My earliest memories.
Or of haunting the north part of the graveyard in... The name escapes me.
It was...
A quaint little English village.
I remember.
I remember the vane on the church steeple agleam in midday, and the low, sad chimes of the church bell, telling the hour of those whose time no longer meant anything. His eyes are hazy like the night sky as he reminisces about the distant memories of his past.
Oh!
It sounds so peaceful there. He whips his head up towards me, my comment having broken him from his trance.
No.
Peaceful? It was so unbearably boring that it drove me out of my mind.
Eventually.
One fine night, I decided I couldn't stand it any longer and left.
Mm-hmm.
I went here and there, haunting whatever took my fancy. Lonely, windswept roads, crumbling, disused castles, and dark, quaking tarns. Were you fond of those days?
Not a bit. In the past,
I was light and free and at a loss, so to speak. I drifted aimlessly wherever the wind blew.
mm-hmm.
One evening, I wound up here, and Halloween down.
Actually,
I hadn't planned to stay longer than I did anywhere else, but for one reason after another, I never was able to get around to leaving. Eventually, I just got used to the idea of living here. Well, you pretty much already asked if you missed anything. But living here is great, isn't it? I gaze into Zero's eyes, which have become low and smoldering like embers about to die. Instinctively, I reach out to touch him, but check myself at the last moment. Zero observes this with a sad smile. What does that mean?
What?
What does what mean?
Well,
That the thing holding you is losing its grip. What does that mean?
That means...
It means my memory is weakening in my old age, which is pardonable, since I have been in Halloween Town long before you were even born.
But
you, my dear Purple, are young, and unless your memory starts improving dramatically and with great haste, you will fail your Halloween exams and get expelled from school. Fine, be that way. I turn to my books in a huff. Just as I am about to lift my pen, Zero speaks up.
thank you.
Aw. What for?
Never mind.
Aw. You should have just smiled and kept going, honey. We spend the rest of the night in companionable silence. Nice. Witching hour. Let's learn a spell, because we have enough potions, I think, for right now. We at least have one of every one, so anything that comes up in the next cutscene we'll be able to get. Okay, let's look at the others. Intimidate. Becoming 7 feet tall. Gentle giant, where small creatures will help. I really like that idea. Clone a party apart and maintain control over its movements. Summon any vampire alley nocturnal animal in the vicinity to ask a favor. Detect anything living with blood nearby. That's interesting. But surely I can do that with the scent track too. Levitate and glide through the air. With fly, certainly I can do that as a poltergeist now. Darkness. Cloak yourself in complete darkness, hiding you from sight. Freeze something. Defeat dragon or make a fried egg. Hover or float. That sounds like the poltergeist again. Wail, let us screech that can break glass or deafen anything in range. Let's go with our roommate and do Gentle Giant. That one is 2 red and 1 purple. Oh, goodness.
No.
Purple?
Are you alright?
No way.
Damien? I broke my potion bottles, and I'm not wearing any shoes. Or socks. I stare at the 1,000 pieces of glasses scattered on the ground all around me in dismay. I'm undoubtedly trapped. I'm going to be here forever and miss my exams and the Halloween party. With a clenched fist, I tilt up my head and shed a false tear.
I'm sorry.
To all the couples out there who will never meet, having been deprived of my matchmaking prowess, know that my heart goes out to you.
Please,
Purple, don't be like that.
you see,
I can sweep away the shards for you. Damien opens his mouth and sings a few notes. It's quiet for a moment, but before I can ask, I hear a scuffling noise. It starts coming from the corner of the room, and then the walls. Suddenly, from everywhere, mice. As they run toward Damien, they mimic the tune in their own squeaky way.
Wow.
Damien crouches down as they softly pet the furry animals. Oh, I forgot. They go by they and them instead of he or she. That confused my brain for a second. I'm still getting used to that. I have a couple of friends that actually go by they. So it just takes time, and I catch myself on occasion accidentally saying the wrong one. So that's why I usually stick with dear, darling, sweetie, hey, hun, that kind of thing. That way it doesn't have any pronoun. It can go for anybody, even non-binary people, which I have a non-binary friend too. So, and working in as a caregiver and working in retail and a hospital, I've found that works a lot easier, and sometimes you can get people to open up a little bit more when they talk to them in more of a softer tone than just saying, hey sir, hey ma'am, or saying their name. Sometimes it's a little more calming, in my opinion.
Please.
Excuse me, friends. If you don't mind, could you please help us pick up this mess? Sure enough, little paws began to swiftly and carefully collect the glass, depositing it into the trash bin Damien brings out for them. And the kitchen is cleaned within seconds. Well, aside from the cheese Damien happily sprinkles around for the lot of them. After they accept the reward, the mice clear off as quickly as they came.
Amazing!
You're like that one character from the movies.
Huh?
Not really. I think she's meaning like Enchanted, where Giselle is able to sing to the animals and get help making her outfit, and another where she's tidying up the house, and another one at the very beginning helping make her dream prints out of random stuff. I get along better with creatures than I do with people, after all.
Right.
It must be because you're so gentle with everyone and everything. I could see it. If I was an animal, I sure would like to be around you too. Just like we are now. Aw, she's blushing. He's probably blushing behind her hat. They bashfully put their hand up to their left cheek and trace small circles on the ground using their tippy toes. Yep, she made him blush. I'm not sure about that one.
A long time ago.
It's just before I came to Halloween Town, after my maker passed away, most of my companions were animals.
Sometimes.
Whenever I'd come across a creature on the road that was hungry or lost or being troubled by humans, I would help them out.
You see?
And in time, well, they would try to help me too. That sounds so precious.
Yes,
I want cute animal friends like you.
but...
For as long as I can remember, small creatures have had a tendency to run away from me. Oh, Purple, you're probably just too energetic.
Well,
If you're kind to them and respect their boundaries, it's not too difficult.
although...
Though, if you'd like to call upon them and speak in a way they understand, I do know a spell for that.
Yeah.
I really, really want to learn. Show me!
All right.
But if I teach you the spell, Gentle Giant, you have to be careful with it.
Please.
It's not a spell to control another. You may only ask favors of the animals, and in exchange you must offer them something in return.
No way.
You worry too much. Do I look like someone who would be even a little mean? Yes. They look into my eyes and smile. My own heart gives me a spook when it skips beat.
No.
And that's why I trust you.
Well...
Additionally, abusing the spell will cause you to lose trust with the animals. If they have no faith in your bond, the magic will no longer work.
All right.
Got it. I don't want to ask them for anything anyway. Just talking to them seems neat.
Okay.
I understand.
It's simple.
The song I just sang is embedded with old magic from the forest. If you sing it, the animals that hear it will understand your intentions.
Oh!
Do you think you can maybe show me one more time then?
Watch closely, please.
I'll try and teach you to cast Gentle Giant. New spell acquired! I feel like I've been playing way too much Mario Party with my fiance. Because every time I say it, it sounds like, you got a star! I attempt to sing the notes that Damien had done, but I think I mess up a little, here and there. Unexpectedly, Damien sings with me, and my solo becomes a duet. But still no furry friend in sight. I cross my arms and pout. Is it because they don't trust me yet?
Wait.
No, Purple. Look there. Oh, I hear something. I turn around. From near the entry of the kitchen, a small black kitten walks up to us. When our eyes meet, it mews at me, and my heart melts.
Wow!
Hello! Oh my gosh, did you come to talk to me? Thank you so much. When I speak, it pads over and rubs against my knees. I think I'm going to cry, and Damien smiles, gently patting my head.
All right.
I'll leave you to it. I'll leave you to it. The 2 twos is confusing my brain. There's some milk in the fridge when you're done. Damien leaves, and I spend the entire afternoon chatting with the kitten instead of getting any work done. But I think I'm on my way to getting my very own familiar, as a proper witch should.
The incomparable, the one and only.
At this rate, failing exams will be impossible for the wonderful. Da-dee-da, the incomparable. Da-dee-da, the one and only Purple Nightshade of Dwemermere High.
Come again!
Thanks, doll. The instant the last 2 customers leave, Carmilla hums cheerily to herself and locks the front door for lunch. I'm about to take the first bite of my burger when she turns to me with a sort of smug satisfaction.
I'm parched.
We worked hard this morning, did we not? I'm positively parched. I stare at her with my mouth open, a very appealing sight, before clamping it shut. Parched? Oh, hold on, I'll grab your lunch for you, and we can eat together. I go to look underneath the counter in case she left a bag, but there's nothing. Quickly, I race to the back, but there isn't anything in the icebox either. As I return, Carmilla eyes me, full of amusement. Did you forget your lunch today? Seems so.
Whatever shall I do?
I look back at my own lunch, a leftover burger from last night's supper and a bottle of milk. I guess I could go halvesies. Well, if you need a drink, you can have some of mine. I thrust the unopened bottle towards Camilla, but she immediately takes a step back with it like it's minced garlic, which I'm pretty sure it's not. What gives? Oh, no thank you, dear. Milk is not quite to my taste.
You know?
It never really satisfies me, you know? She smiles gently and saunters over to me. When I look into her eyes, I see the same spark as when she looks at customers. It's chilling. I know what she's doing, but her voice is so hypnotic. It almost causes my heart to skip a beat. But, my darling, little witch, you do know what would satisfy a thirsty vampire, yes?
Huh?
Blood? If it's bad enough that you'd want to enthrall me, I guess I could give you some of mine. But you owe me.
Right.
And it better not hurt. Oh, sweet Purple, you're always full of surprises.
I feel a little embarrassed.
Even when you knew what I was up to. Oh, goodness. She glances away and twirls her hair around her index finger.
Well,
we're friends, and you're always helping me out, so I think it's the least I can do.
My dear.
You're so kind, not to mention 100% right.
I promise.
I swear to you that I shall only take the tiniest bit.
Come on!
Give me your hand, please. Oh, that is such a cute photo. I do exactly as she asks. With one of her satisfied little hums, Carmilla kneels before me and takes my hand, then gently presses her lips to the back of my palm. I feel a pinch for just a moment, but then nothing but a little dizziness. Carmilla lifts her head and licks her lips before removing a handkerchief from her sleeve, which she carefully wraps around my hand. That was really cute. Red berry with notes of chocolate and cream. You certainly like your sweets, don't you? You can tell all that from my blood?
I have experience.
I have an experienced palate for such things.
I suppose.
If you're truly curious, I suppose I could give you a pittance of my own.
Of course.
Few things upon this earth are quite as energizing as fresh blood, when you have acquired the taste, of course. She does look like she has a lot of get up and go, but drinking blood? Well, I do want to know whatever spell she has, so... Alright, I am a little tired. Well, if it tastes as good as you say, a little wouldn't hurt.
I'm impressed.
Oh? How adventurous.
But,
My sweet witch, I was hardly serious.
you know,
To drink a vampire's blood is to become one yourself, after all.
really? Yes.
Yes, so be careful what you agree to, Purple. There may be a number of benefits to vampirism, but you should think them over first.
At any rate,
I do know a less physical means of absorbing energy. It may not be as effective as blood, but it should provide a pick-me-up in a pinch.
oh, you mean...
Like draining psychic energy. That I can do, but I'm not always in control of it, so I end up making people tired around me. I've gotten better at it over the years, since I learned I could do it. But I still don't have control of it. I can take energy. I'm not always the greatest at being able to give energy. On occasion it's worked, but very little. Mostly I can just take energy. Although I have a witch friend that is able to give energy like crazy. And they're able to regenerate it really quickly too. I wiggle my fingers spookily at Carmilla, and she shakes her head, smiling briefly. Something like that, yes. It's a spell called Leech Life. Oh, I've played enough Pokemon to know what that does.
Yeah,
That sounds ominous, but let's get to learning.
I'll teach you.
Alright, darling, I'll teach you how to cast Life Leech. Blech, blech. New spell acquired! Yep. Too much Mario Party. Carmilla spends the rest of our break instructing me on how to steal energies indirectly. It's a pretty simple process. All you have to do is lock eyes with your target after casting the spell, and you'll slowly drain their energy. Nice and straightforward. Not even I can mess this up. Oh, yeah, you can. I haven't had a chance to test it, though after she showed me, Carmilla wouldn't even look at me. The awkward silence stretches between us for what seems like forever. Shortly after our break, a customer finally shows up, and they're wearing a mean face that spells business. Hey, I want to return this. I blink, then quietly tap the small board next to the counter sheepishly.
Well...
We have a no returns policy on every product in the store. Sorry. Why does that matter? My spell didn't work. I demand to see your manager. Our eyes meet, and we just sort of stare at each other. It takes me a second to gather my nerves, but I decide to put what I've learned to good use.
Life leech.
Slowly, the man's shoulders begin to sink, and I feel a bit of energy gradually wake me back up. Thankfully, after about 5 minutes, he just shakes his head and wobbles off without a word.
Yes.
Nightshade wins! As I fist pump into the air, I think I catch Carmilla smiling at me out of the corner of my eye. But when I go to look again, she seems to have vanished. Too unprofessional? Maybe a little bit, but it worked. Or maybe I should be careful with this spell, as she told me to. Not like I'm going to be leeching out the answers to the Halloween exams anytime soon. I know those customers. Oh, do I know those customers. I did quite a few years of customer service in one business or another. And one of them in particular, I lost count at how many times I had items thrown at me. And all you can do is smile through it and dodge and let the vile words roll off your back like water off the back of a duck. So, yeah, forewarning if anyone is thinking of going into customer service, especially retail customer service, because they actually have items they can toss at you at that point. Okay, we have made it to October, day 28. And it's been an hour. No! Oh, come on. Why? The game lied. It said there's supposed to be 6 endings. And it's about 1 hour each. I guess if you push the skip button on all the dialogue, it could be 1 hour per playthrough. But not this way. And I'm trying to say the dialogue quickly as if I was reading it to myself. So, yeah, I'm not a quick reader. Well, goodness. Now, if that was 2 days, just imagine. It would be another hour and a half to get through the last 3 days, including the exam. Okay. Well, you know what this means, folks? It's gonna be a 4th video. I'm sorry. Steam lied. Don't listen to them on when it says, oh, this is only gonna be an hour per playthrough. No. And I'm pretty sure one of my other games I did, the video said 20 minutes. And it ended up being 50 minutes by the time I got done doing a playthrough of it and recording it. So, yeah. Don't even listen to their what they think the amount of time would be. People that are quick readers and quick clicking and not recording this may get close to that time. But it's just going to be so much substantially longer when you're doing it this form. Alright, folks, I will see you in the final video. Because that's 3 days left. 28th, 29th, 30th. Oh. 31st. That's 4 days, that's not 3 days. No! But we did the 26th and we did the 27th. So there's at least 1 more video. Well, I guess that just draws out the suspense now, doesn't it? Okay, let's do it next time. Thank you for watching, everyone. Again, I am Witchbell, and I will see you in the next episode. Have a beautiful day. Stay happy, healthy, and blessed be. Mwah.